I was live on stream. I was coaching this Astra who had 200 hours. So yeah, let's see how it went. If you've been enjoying our content, then join Team Cryptic's Discord linked below. There you can enter some of our mega insane giveaways for monitors, PCs, free coaching, and more. Join soon because the longer you're in the server, the more entries you can get into our giveaways. You can get entries through community events and more. So join our Discord, link down below in the description to start today. Do you like Astra?
Yeah, I love Astra. I think she's really great, actually.
All right. We have our buy was 3 stars and a classic and shield, I think. We valuing coaching. Smoke was fine. I would have put that second thing up before the smoke. Or like not before, but when you did the smoke. I'm glad you're doing good. Good job. Yeah, see there you're okay. So the issue with that is you are like exposing yourself to multiple angles at the same time. Like there's no reason for you to be peeking like that, right? There's like one box, there's one there, one heaven, and like you like further swung, you know, and your breach can't really swing off of you. So I would have just been more aware of how we were playing that, you know.
Last player standing.
No.
Something I would look at before every round is to just think about your team and like what util you guys have. So you guys know you have a Reyna, you have that, and then you have a breach and then a Cypher. Just think about like what you guys have and then think about what they have. Like, do they have any trips? Because we're on Fracture. So like, you know, do they have any trips? No, they don't have a good trip agent. They have a bad Sentinel, okay? And then they have, oh, they do have Sage, okay, there's that. So they're probably gonna wall, you know? Just look at their util and see how you can expose them from something I would do even if I'm Astra is take like super aggressive fights. Like you don't always have to be sitting back scared. Throw a star here and then pick it up, and while I'm running back, go down here, and then I would always have another like thing right here. Yeah, a star. Like pretend these are stars. I would just have one right here, but I wouldn't smoke it or anything. I would take this fight and then I would smoke it off of that kill. And you can just still be really aggressive with your smokes and util and stuff that you don't always have to do.
Adrena.
I don't even know what happened.
I do. So you got body blocked, but so you're holding D while you're peeking this.
Oh my god.
And your crosshair's not in the right spot because you're doing that. So
I didn't expect him to be so close.
yeah. What I would do here isn't even take that fight because like what I would have done is backed up. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me pull it up on here. So let's just pretend this is smoked, blah, blah, blah. You're playing here and breach flash them, right? What you're doing here is you're peeking this close angle with a Vandal. And the issue with that is it's obviously not a gun that it's not a shotgun, right? You don't play with you don't play in a corner with an op, right? So your gun is not good for this fight. What I would have done is backed up and then you could have peeked off of this fight, you know? And that's just what you should have done anyway, is because you need to relocate after grabbing that gun and getting a kill there. And yeah, second thing is since we were running backward while we were like swinging, like we're holding S here and W, which is bad. You don't want to do that. And one of the reasons why we lost this fight is because we did that, and then we freaked out, which is why we crashed. Because you're not swinging with intention when you're like doing that. And you see how I'm peeking sharply and not like. Actually, I could just run onto site and show you. This is how you're kind of swinging. You're holding like W every single time you peek something. Like you're running toward them. And what you need to do instead is do it like this. Like that's what you need to do instead. You want to, this is how you want to peek. You want to run forward and then click D. And then you're not running at them. Like if you do it like this, then you're just, you know, you're not ready to like, you can't strafe out, and then 2, you're just not running right, and you're just peeking so slow. So like you want to run forward, then peek, run forward, then peek, run forward, then peek.
I was getting a bit upset.
That's okay. There you go. Yeah, we just okay, here.
I kind of panicked a little bit.
Yeah. Like there. So we aren't looking in the right spot. So this is something that happens when you're not looking in the right spot. You freak out. And you crouched. Yeah, you just need to be way more calm. So you over flick because you're scared, and you crouch because you're scared, and then you try and flick on his body, and you over flick again, and then you under flick. And boom, he's already out. What I would have done is I would have just sat here, made sure it's on his head, shoot him. Then I would have just backed up here, take my time, hold it, and yeah.
Another thing that I've noticed is that like when like I'm aiming, running, and like getting one place for another, I feel like my crosshair's never right. He always goes like up and down.
Yeah, okay. So like when you're like flicking to other angles, it just goes lower.
Yeah, like I never keep it
Just
like
aim
straight.
it.
Everything, like,
So what you should do is instead I would do two things. I would go on Ascent or just any map and practice clearing your corner slowly, like how you should be. Because if you rush it, you're never gonna be in the right spot. You need to go way slower. And so something I would do is go on Ascent and practice it. And if you want another tip, because you don't know what head height is, what I would do is lock Yoru and just clone everywhere. Like look, that's head height. That's also head height, and you can just follow him around and make sure you're aiming head height the entire time. Oh, and to get common, what I would do is I would queue a deathmatch and just use a ghost, not a sheriff, a ghost. I would just use a ghost.
Here.
And that'll force you, in order to kill someone, is you have to hit his head twice in order to win. You have to have common, and if you don't, you're just gonna whip everything. And I'm done. That's why I wanted to wait, is I can go in a deathmatch. You're just holding S and you crouched.
I need to
And
stop. Obscuring vision.
You're in this, and you swing out. You're exposed to like what? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, a million different angles, right? And when you crouch in a fight like this, you have to take all these angles. You know what I mean?
I need to conceal.
In that smoke, I would have put the other stars up.
I'm gonna back.
Concussing him.
Okay, what's wrong with swinging this?
I'm exposed to like whoever's there. And also I'm
Um,
exposed to arcade, aren't I?
Okay, there's like 3 different things. Okay, so 1, there's no reason for us to peek to expose ourselves to danger. Right here, you don't know if there's gonna be people here, okay? But when you're swinging here, you're unnecessarily exposing yourself to danger that you don't need to be exposing yourself to. There is no reason in this round that you need to be peeking this, and especially peeking this dry. Guy is caged. What you could have just wall banned that. You know, you don't need to swing out here and expose yourself to danger you don't even know.
Yeah.
No, stay.
Oh, and then the second thing is,
No,
you can't reload in the open like that. Like, okay, they are running a Sky, and there's an Astra smoke here. If I was a Sky and I heard a reloading sound behind this box right here, this Sky is flashing out. Chamber's gonna swing. Sage Wall is gonna wall up. You know? It's just you don't know if they're gonna do that or not. And I would just be way more careful for next time.
Smoke off.
30 seconds left.
A big tip I have for you is to play more aggressive gunfights. Like, seriously, if you were to like put it here and you could have just peeked like this instead of playing so passively, like if you can play a Sentinel's job by taking control of this lane, you know, it's so powerful. So when you smoke a situation like this, you're giving all of them the space. When you smoke something like this, the only space they have is their spawn. And the only way they can get this space back is by doing some sort of util. Like when you're
but
playing
I'm not really confident with my aim.
if you just sit in a smoke with a shotgun, you're not really relying on your aim much. Like this game is not aim based. Any of like the high radiants who play this game, it's all movement. Like it did this for the last stream I had and it looked fine. Yeah, but like we're leaving Reyna alone too.
Astra, why are you leaving?
Last player standing.
Okay, let's break this down. That's an example of what you should be doing. Is he wide swung? Look, you're holding close to the wall because you think he's gonna swing. It's just what everyone's brain does. Okay? And also off topic, you weren't ready for him, which is why you crouched. Okay? But just real quick, look at that huge flick you have to make. And you over adjusted. Now you're crouching. He taps you. Because he doesn't have to make a huge adjustment like you do. His adjustment is... Okay? Your adjustment is... Do you see why that's harder? Right? Like, you have to flick here, and all he has to do is just... That's it. But, it's all just about who has to flick less, like, and then they win the fight. Like, obviously this Reyna doesn't have to flick a lot when all he's doing is just moving his mouse slightly. He doesn't even need to. If he just kept moving, it's on your head. But you were aiming here, he swung you here, you have to flick like that. And we aren't ready for it, which is why we crouch. If you just look at anyone who has a crouching issue, you'll see that it's all because their crosshair isn't ready in the right spot when they swing, and they're not in their head ready to take the fight, and they just freak out. Crouching isn't a terrible thing to do. There's just certain conditions in order to crouch. There's like 3 of them. One of them is you hit the guy. If you tag him in the body, you do a little bit of damage, you can crouch. If you are hit, you can crouch. And if you ruin their crosshair placement, or you can swing this guy crouch, like a common angles crouch, in order to mess up their crosshair placement, like, it's not a bad thing to do. There, you kind of freaked out, but nice. Here, nice crosshair
The last one
placement.
has a gun. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Right.
Chambers gun.
Okay, real quick, wait, wait, hold on.
120 right now.
That's a situation if you just moved. Should've won that.
Don't peek.
It's all about who has the distance between their mouse. So here, why would you flick here when you could just move here? Remember, like, the entire thing is a cutting distance from your mouse. I know there's a Reyna here, but he's healing and he's flashing you. So what I would have done is just... And I didn't move my mouse at all. The only time I moved my mouse was to get it near Reyna and then make my adjustment by movement.
Last player standing.
Oh, wow. I always have a rule before I rotate. This rule, by the way, is not active. I just don't rotate. I just sit there and I lurk up and spawn. I never rotate unless there is a teammate that is already in this space. Like, let's say, oh, I got smoked off here, I need to rotate. But I have 5 different teammates here, right? And here, I'll remove Jet so it's not confusing. 9 times out of 10, this is all their space now. Because we have no one holding it, we have no one getting the control. This is all theirs, that entire area of the map, okay? So when we go here, we essentially have to fight for that entire space back, okay? But if we have a teammate there, or on sun maps, you can, not this map specifically, but let's just say we have a killjoy turret there, right? That's our control and we still own it. Okay, so what we can do is we can easily just rotate through our spawn with our knife out. But since we had no one over here, right, it's their space, they have every right to own it. We literally gave it to them like it's an ult orb, you know what I mean? It's theirs. So I always rotate, and if, let's just say there is nothing here, I sit here like a rat and I wait until my teammates rotate and make more noise, and then I come walk up. If our teammates can't get on B for some reason, I'm on A, and they can easily just come back and get free sight. It's basics of Valorant. It's basic, but it's the most important thing in this game. This is another example. You guys are scared to push this because Brim smoked it, and they have their duelist, or maybe even it's Brim, spraying it. Now they own all of A main. They have this neutral space, and now you guys can't push it. That is what you guys need to be doing to the enemy team, okay? And they're backed up now. Now he's on site, breaks our cam. Once again, I wouldn't... Yeah, you swung this poor. You don't swing it shift walking here, right? You swing it like... And like you're not ready for a fight when you're shift walking. Swing him. You just shot your cam, you already have the info, there's no reason for you to clear it, but you just swing him. You swing him with intention. Sometimes you don't, you just swing like this. Because you know he's there. That's how I would swing him. Or you could do the crouch thing. Flip up his crosshair placement. He's aiming at the cam, which was like thrown like right here, I think. Right? So aimed at the cam. If you swung crouching, he has to flick you head height, and then he has to adjust to your crouch. All you have to do this entire time, click the crouch. That's it. As in the entire thing, you don't even need to move your mouse. The only time you need to move your mouse is when you click. Nice. Ruined his crosshair placement when he swung.
Smoke out.
Smoke out this and this. Smoke. Go in. Rush.
I'll find an example here. Hopefully soon.
Help right now, bro. Got this.
No, don't listen to that kid. That guy's dumb.
I'm
He-
kind of trying to bait the way down this time. Okay, I forgot that was
Oh,
so
wait, no.
fast.
Nice.
There's two A.
I'm
main.
just gonna do it.
Yo. What is that?
Nice shot.
Oh, then,
Wow. Okay, let's break it
I
down.
was liking it.
No. Seriously, let's break it down. You're not ready. You crouch.
I'm
You
not.
freak out. He's.
I kinda-
This is the situation he should be crouching in. He ruins your crosshair placement, but he didn't because he's bad. But still, look.
Oh, then,
I know. That was awful.
He's shifting. Or he's strafing around your crosshair and you freak out. That's whatever. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna go back to this real quick. If you were to just hold D on your keyboard, you win this. You match his rhythm, you win it. Think of it like that. If you match what he's doing, you win it. So, and plus you're on elevation, so would have ruined his crosshair. He was aiming at here and he was freaking out. He had his knife out, and then you went down the stairs. He has to aim you head height the entire time. He's gonna lose, right? So what you should have done is just easy kill. Nice. That's how you should have played that.
I think
There you
mine's
go.
freaked a little bit
I
out
don't
of
like the
game.
crouch though.
I didn't.
You
I
remind
never
me
had
of like a
everything.
very timid animal. Nice shot. Good crosshair placement.
Put it in the smoke. Careful.
He's gonna be on the left.
Mm. There you go. There you go. That's the strafe right there.
Go to shit.
Join our Discord, link below, in order to enter some of our insane giveaways for free coaching, PCs, monitors, and more.